You all ask, I desperately want to deliver, and I do not want to deliver a funny video today because this could be disastrous and I'm really hoping that it's not, but for your sake, I sort of hope it is because that would be hilarious. Anyway, I'm going out later, so I desperately need this to go well. We're going to be trying the L'Oreal Brow Colour. Now, this is supposed to last up to 5 weeks, and there is up to 10 applications in this particular box. So actually, if it is supposed to last 5 weeks, if it does last 5 weeks, then this is going to last me a year, this box. So really good value. I was expecting it to only be 1 application for the cost, but actually it's up to 10. So in the box you get a little mixer dish which you can wash and reuse. You also get the brow colour developer, which is necessary, very important. You also get the brow colour cream, a little mixer tool, and the instructions. I do not have any skincare on my face because I don't want anything hindering the application at all. So no skincare whatsoever, which is completely alien to me. We're gonna get straight on with it. So I've done loads of brow tints on other people, but very few on myself. And I can't remember the last time I did one by myself, but I do know what is incredibly important to do is map out the brows before you start. If you don't do this, you can get a bit confused during the process, get a bit slap happy, and apply way too much in areas that you don't want to apply. And even if you can't see them, you do have little hairs absolutely everywhere on your face, that peach fuzz. And it's this peach fuzz and the tinting of this peach fuzz that is going to make your brows look a lot thicker, a lot darker, all that sort of stuff. That's what we want. So I think a lot of people do tend to wax their brows before they start. I don't like to do that, but I do like to map out my brows. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. And once I've got the outline sorted and I have a guideline of where I'm gonna put the tint, that's when I can start to put any sort of barrier cream on, which for me is Vaseline. I think this is a really important step. It doesn't tell you to do this in the instructions. I think it should, because lots can happen when you're doing a brow dye. It's a very quick process. You can get results in only 5 minutes. This says not to leave the product on for more than 10 minutes. So, you know, it's very, very quick. I highly recommend this step and this step. Okay, both brows are mapped out, not perfectly, but nothing is going to be perfect when you're doing it yourself. Get a nice thick layer. You don't need to be really neat with this. As long as you don't go into the brow area, you can get this wherever you want. The instruction sheet is really easy to use. This is not like constructing a piece of IKEA furniture. They've made it very, very easy, very, very simple in individual steps that you can follow. So really pleased with that. You obviously have to do a patch test 48 hours before going in with your brows. Very, very important to make sure you're not allergic to anything that is in this dye before you apply it to your face. Am I gonna do that? No. So there are lots of different shades of this that you can choose from. I've gone for the shade 6.0, which is light brunette. Really hoping this isn't going to be too dark for me. We are going to mix it up. Why not? So, opening the, whoa, that came out rather quickly. Opening the colouring cream, and you need to put enough in to fill in the bottom section of the tub. There is a line in the bottom that you've got to fill up to. The developer, you need to add about 15 drops of this to the cream. And then you are given a little mixer tool with this. It has 2 ends. One is to apply it to the brows, which looks like a mascara wand, and the other one is more of a mixing tool to mix all of this together to make sure you've got an even blend. I would spend more time than you think is necessary mixing this just to make sure that it is thoroughly churned together. You don't want any splitting, any separation. You don't want one brow being darker than the other because you haven't mixed it properly. So this is really, really important. So I'm gonna do a two-part application. I'm gonna do one part is gonna last on my brows for longer, and then the second part of my brows, which I want to be a more subtle shade, I'm gonna add afterwards so it has less time to develop. So I'm popping in my little applicator here, and the part of my brow that I want to be the darkest is the tip of my brow. I really do like this applicator. It allows you to be more accurate because it actually grabs the hairs whilst it's coating them. So you might not think that it's necessary to do the Vaseline step because the applicator is just really, really accurate. It's lovely. I myself am going to proceed with more caution, she says, not doing a patch test. Right, we've got 2 minutes left of the 5 minutes. So this has been developing for 3 minutes. I'm just going to cover in just a bit further down my brows, leaving out this front section because I want that to be a lot more subtle than the rest of my brow. 5 minutes is up. I'm just going to apply the last bit to the front section of my brow and set another timer for 5 minutes to make sure that this isn't on my brows for longer. I'll probably not leave this on for 5 minutes. I'll probably leave this on for about 4. Now you can't be frightened of how dark this is going. In fact, you can't be frightened of how dark this is when you take this off, because it's going to be dark because the skin behind the brow hairs is also going to be tinted. That won't last. So that will last maybe a couple of washes, and then your brows will settle off and become much more natural looking. So I would definitely not recommend you do this on the day that you are going somewhere special. Do it a couple of days before to make sure your brows are looking the way that you want them to before the event. So before I remove this entirely, I'm just going to remove a small section of the dye. I'm happy with that. That has definitely dyed. So I'm going to remove this with a cotton pad. These are going to look more and more natural over the next couple of days as the background tint that's attached to the skin lifts a little bit. I love the colour of these. I love the fact that this is a great holiday brow tint, that I've done this in the comfort of my own home, and I think this is a better tint than I get with my professional brow tints at home. I also think this is better than when I go to an actual salon to have a professional brow tint by somebody else. That's how impressed I am by this, and I'm really sorry that nothing has gone wrong in this video for you to laugh at. I am sorry. I'm sort of happy but sorry at the same time. I love this. This has no brow pen in there whatsoever, so usually I would have to pencil in a few brow hairs. I haven't done that today. It does have a little bit of brow gel in there, so here is the brows with no makeup and just the brow gel. And here is the full face of makeup, but still with only the brow gel in there, no other coloration products. I'm trying not to get too excited about this until I figure out how long this tint is going to last for. Is it going to last for the 5 weeks, or is it going to last for a lot less time? Time will tell. I will put a pinned comment in this video over the next 5 weeks to let you know how this is going on my brows, but if you carry on watching my videos, you will be able to see for yourself how this is lasting, how it is doing, how it is wearing, just whether it's gone patchy on me or not. I mean, there is not a hint of patchiness in these brows at all. I love it. I absolutely love it, and for the price of this, if I am going to get a year's wear out of this entire box, I think it is just a steal. an absolute steal. So I hope you found this video helpful. I hope this has given you an insight into how I successfully tint my brows in the comfort of my own home. I haven't done my brows for such a long time. Maybe I've been a little bit more careful in this video than I would be moving forward, but if you've never done your brows before, I would recommend doing the steps that I've done in this video until you find your confidence, and then you can, you know, just slap it on and hope for the best. Really love this. Really like this. I like the shade of it. I like how it applied. I like the applicator because it's just so precise and it grabs every single individual hair. I don't think I could have wished for a better result. So thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you've thought about this video in the comments section. I will link this product in the description box. You can get this from Boots. I believe you can get it from Superdrug as well in the UK. I'm not quite sure in the US whether they do this or whether you can actually get your hands on it in Ulta or Sephora or, you know, any other sort of department store. But yes, I hope you've enjoyed it. Please don't forget to show this video some love, give it a like, give it a share, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos, and hope to see you all in the next one. Bye everyone.